Just so you know, not every funny moment has to be you professing your hate for me.
Well, damn it. We need to go back to the drawing board then, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Super Fun Podcast, where we stab each other in the back, kick each other in the nuts, and kill each other's dogs. This has been the 30th episode of the Super Fun Podcast. We will not live to see episode 31. Goodbye and good luck.
Hi, I like pickles.
What the hell? Back it up. So.
That was a nice tune. I liked it.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2016 is gone. 2017 is here.
It's almost like it was yesterday.
You know, Greg, it wasn't funny the first time you brought that up.
I said it.
It was horribly executed once more.
So clearly we're coming out with a bang here with some comedic gold from the Greg of Dregs. Everyone try not to laugh too hard. You won't be able to hear us deliver more zangy one-liners like that. So this is the 30th episode of the Super Fun Podcast, coming to you for the first time in the year 2017. Now, we're going to have a pretty interesting episode today, but before we get to that, how are you doing, group?
I am doing phenomenal. It's been a great start to a great year, even though it's only been less than 24 hours.
Yeah, I don't know if you can call it a great year just yet. We got to learn a bit more about this beast we're entering.
Don't tell me how to live my life. How are you doing, Greg?
I'm doing good, man. I missed 2016. It was a really fantastic year. You know, many great things happened. Clearly, nothing went wrong. You know, but whatever.
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was a good all around year. Nothing bad happened. I'm looking forward to 2017. Yeah, obviously we can't say how it's going to go yet. As Groot said, it's only been 24 hours. Well, not even.
It hasn't been 24 hours.
I know. Okay, sorry, but yeah, I don't know. Hey, P, how you doing?
I'm doing real good. Dang it! Too smooth. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good. No quirky lines and sappy thoughts about 2016 just yet. But I do have one cool thing. We have a good friend and a good friend of the community who is actually going to be taking on 2 new roles in addition to some other stuff he's been doing behind the scenes on the website. Number 1, he's going to be taking over the editing of the podcast. You will probably already notice it sounds better and feels better than every episode leading up to it because he's a genius. Secondly, our good old buddy Corey is actually joining us as a member on the podcast. How are you doing, Corey?
I'm doing lovely. Just outstanding. I'm excited for this year to see all that's going to become of this. And excited to see what all we can do as a group.
Excellent.
No,
Very good.
I just want to point out one major difference between the podcast then and the podcast now. As you can tell, since the podcast is no longer being edited by AP, it's going to look 10 times better too, because nobody likes him.
Or his puns.
Everyone loves my puns. Comment section, defend me.
I'm so thankful that we don't have to show the video of me rubbing my stomach while insanely drunk now.
That's probably a good thing.
Oh, where's
Corey,
that video?
Corey,
was that the video, or was that the video to me,
I'm
or was
sending
that
it
the
to you.
video of me trying the twerk?
No, I don't actually have that video. I need to get that from Queen Toast.
Why did I bring that up?
I don't know, man.
Dig in your own grave. So, Here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to start with a few things that we'd like to talk about in a game that at least 3 of us have played quite a bit of, Destiny. There's a few things that we should discuss there. But we're also going to be sharing some of our best stories and favorite games and memories from the last year of gaming. So why don't we jump right into it, guys?
Let's do it.
I'm sorry, I can't jump through a screen. This isn't Blue's Clues.
It's not Portal.
Oh, thank goodness. Never mind. I was gonna.
Blues can do. I can too.
Oh man, I was actually just gonna bring up the fact that the guy from Blue's Clues was a drug addict, and I don't necessarily want to go jump into an animated world that's his house.
Done.
Oh jeez.
Okay.
I'll tell you what though, if you had to host that show, you'd be hooked on cocaine too. I'm just saying.
Oh, probably.
You're probably right.
So speaking of being hooked on something that gets slung by a shady dude in a back alley, Zur is having some interesting things happen. Greg, you wanna fill these people in?
Yeah, so Zur showed up last Friday, and all the 3 of coin dependent guardians, they were sad because he didn't have his stash of 3 of coins. He thought it'd be more fun to bring exotic shards, which personally I was more excited for. But he brought exotic shards instead of 3 of coins, and people are sad about that. And in addition to not doing it last week, he's done it again this week. So yeah, there's that. He has not brought 3 of coins for the past 2 weeks, and people are pretty angry about that.
Year 1 memorabilia, man. Like
Year 1 are the supreme players.
We have seen like so many year 1 things like happening like the past like.
Dude, I mean, it's not like Sepix was the Nightfall a week or two ago, and they were trying to get the icebreaker from it. I mean, what is life, man? Year 1.
It's like all these just these good vibes from having like year 1 content back and stuff, and just year 1 memories is just amazing. We got the Gallowhorn, icebreaker is back now, and then no 3 of coins, even though people already have them stacked up. Thorn. Oh, what's gonna be next? Are the raids gonna be next? Please. Hopefully.
Please, yeah.
We're not going to go down that rabbit trail.
No.
I find it kind of interesting that, especially when it comes to guns, year 1 was just so much better. It had its flaws, 100%. But think about like, what's the one sniper that everyone's been chasing for the last year? Okay, but something that's available.
LDR.
Black Spindle.
Longbow synthesis.
Yep.
And also, the Black Spindle, which is based off a year 1 sniper.
Because I enjoy sniper way more.
What about shotguns?
Matador. I don't have one still.
Party Crasher as a alternate if you can't get Matador, because I can't get one.
Yeah, but
Lord of Wolves though is clearly still the best option.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely not. Anyway, yes. Gallarhorn. What year did that come from?
Year 1.
What was it?
Year 1.
Year 1. Okay. Icebreaker. What about that one?
Year 1.
Year 1.
Why
people are stoked about what raid's coming back?
Why are you reiterating me again? Gosh.
Hopefully both, and hopefully they just bring Skolas right with them. I want to have us fight Skolas again.
I have no interest.
I want to fight Skolas again. Damn it!
He's
the point I'm trying to make is when it comes to a lot of the weapons from year 1, and especially like the raid weapons, I feel like they took a creative design choice moving forward into year 2 that they just made some choices that made the guns feel less powerful, feel less desirable. The exotics did not feel as exotic as they did in year 1. And it's just interesting to see them kind of learn that lesson. And they're not going back to year 1, but they're kind of finding a middle ground between what they originally started with and the direction they took diverging from that. I think it's pretty cool.
Is we've only got a limited amount of time back until we have Destiny 2, and what better to do something with it than just not bring back year 1 completely, but kind of meet it in the middle ground. Like that's the best thing you could do at this point, because you can't go. I mean, the whole point is not to go backwards, but to bring that content back and kind of reminisce it somehow is cool, and to balance it into the current storyline too is awesome. Honestly, if they do, for instance, bring back the raids or whatever like that, infusing into like the Siva kind of storyline in a way, leave the raids as they were, but maybe make Siva included in it somehow. I know that would be kind of hard for former raids, of course, but
Yeah, we'll definitely see how they adapt it moving forward. I do feel like we took a bit of a path away from what we were originally talking about, which is 3 of coins. And, it's not that that's this huge groundbreaking thing, except I do feel like there's a discussion to be had there, even if it's just a short one, about, like, did 3 of coins break the game? Are you guys happy that Zer's not going to sell them every week?
I mean, I was happy with it, to be honest. I felt like it completely made Zer irrelevant. He's completely irrelevant when 3 of coins are basically he's just the 3 of coins vendor. Everything else he's selling is completely redundant. You can just get it all with 3 of coins. It's like
I don't
For me,
agree
it's
with
like,
that
what's the
entirely.
point of going and grinding other activities for other than to get things that you can't get from 3 of coins? Like,
I
it's,
I want to give like my mindset on it because at first, like when 3 coins first came out, I was super excited about them because I was that one guy who had like the horrible RNG luck, like the first year of Destiny. So like having those 3 coins, I was finally like, oh sweet, I can get the stuff that I wanted. And then I finally realized, like about halfway through having everything, that's like, wow, this does not feel rewarding at all. All I have to do is hold down the X button, and eventually I'm gonna get what I want, regardless of how many
Yeah.
times I have to do it. It just it felt better to earn that stuff. But I also don't agree with the mechanic though that it should purely be RNG based like it was in year one. Like I don't feel that way. Like I feel like that should be that way for some guns, but I feel like it needs to be the way that they're doing it now. Have a story. I mean, because you can't just be given a gun and then expect to learn the storyline behind it. Like that's one thing that Bungie fails to do. Very very
with some of its
well.
things.
Yeah, very well is to portray the story really, up front. It's like, okay, you read the lore if you really want to learn about this game. Like that's not what you have to do. Like what you have to do is you have to give a storyline behind the objects that you're getting. The great thing about Destiny is every single piece of armor, every single gun, everything that you come in contact with has a grimoire card that you can read, but they need to convey that image and that story and those wordings to the people and those actions to the people, like up front. That's why I agree with the quest lines for all the guns.
Yeah.
It gives you and some of them take a couple hours too, and some of them are difficult.
Some of them take weeks.
I know, yeah, and Outbreak Prime was not an easy gun to get. That required you doing it with 3 people, and there was an incredible storyline behind that. There's also an incredible storyline behind the Galahorn as well for that coming back. With a couple topics that we're going to talk coming soon. Whether the tower is going to be destroyed or not. Like there's so many different things inside of that they're doing now perfectly, and I think they need to continue doing that. If they do that, executing the game will be amazing. This game, honestly, out of all that I've ever played, has the absolute best storyline that of anything. They just don't portray it the correct way.
I agree with you, but in a functional standpoint, I think that 3 coins does serve a very valuable benefit. And I agree that moving forward, the quest-defying exotics is going to be huge, and they're going to be working towards that. But for people coming into the game now, like you remember our friend Troll, who just got back in after not playing before the Taken King. So he hasn't played Taken King, hasn't played Rise of Iron, really behind, missing a lot of gear. And what the problem he's having is he wants to get leveled up and he wants to get the equipment so he can be successful in trials. And he was really excited, and also to get his light level up because it's a really effective way once you get to a certain thing. When he found out that Zerd didn't have the 3 coins, the thing he was kind of counting on to help him get caught up and get some of this gear that, quite frankly, you're at a disadvantage if you don't have. Like if you go up against a hunter with Shinobu's Vow, that's widely rated as like one of the only S tier exotics, like genuinely overpowered exotics in the game, and he can't get that, or it's very very unlikely he's going to get that.
Well, that's the thing though, is like if everybody was at the same playing field, that it would make things a lot more not fair, because obviously that person's still going to have that piece of armor that you don't, but it's going to make it equally as rewarding once you do get it. And that's the thing, is I liked year one the way they had it set up, so it was hard to get the exotic stuff. But I like the mechanic even better now that you have to do a quest line to get it. I think there needs to be a teaching behind it. And I also think that's the best way to earn it rather than just getting it at random. I'm not saying give every single piece of exotic item, through a quest. That would be, there's a whole ton. But with, Destiny 2, maybe they could do that, because it's hopefully, for what I've heard, it's going to be a whole new game. You're going to lose everything, so. But honestly,
technically it's not confirmed yet. It's
not
they're
confirmed.
gonna...
Like I said, from what I've heard, it's rumored. Okay. But I think that's kind of the path they need to go down. A lot of people, I think this game would be 10 times better if they hired people like Bife, or if they executed things like Bife and X-Ray, do, with their 2 videos that they've done recently. And just Bife in general just is an amazing storyteller. And I just think people like that, and people need to start thinking like that. It's like, how do we portray the story in a better executing manner? rather than forcing people to read this stuff or forcing them to listen to a podcast. It doesn't do it enough through the game and the monologue. I mean, it does a lot, but it doesn't do as much as you would from the grimoire. Obviously you can't portray everything through from the grimoire into the game, but you got to do something more.
When you said Bife and X-Ray and the videos they made recently, were you talking about the Fall of the Tower video? Is that you?
Yep.
Yeah, that was Bones, not
Bones.
not X-Ray.
Oh, that was Bones. Damn it. Sorry. I love X-Ray so much.
Bones, X-Ray. X-rays let you see bones, so really they're the same thing. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that connection was OP. Nerf it, Bungie.
Yeah. I hate both of your references. Greg, that was
so
pretty good though. That was pretty good.
that was a good, a catch with falling. I mean Groot.
That's my name. It says it right there. I am Groot.
Leave it in. Wait, Corey, you wanted to add something?
Honestly, I haven't played Destiny since I got to level like 19. So it's been so long. The last time I played was in year 1. So
the first month.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. So
yeah. He doesn't have anything to add then, because he didn't even get to the part, because that was once you hit 20.
Pretty much, I'm here to look pretty. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Smile and wave. Show. So, Groot, when you mentioned the story and you briefly alluded to that video, a short story written by DryBones81, describing a potential future for Destiny storytelling and where the story could potentially go.
Yeah.
And that was a very well. First of all, what did you think of it? Because I haven't talked to you about what you think of it.
It was good. I mean, honestly, I don't see that being the exact, incident that's going to happen, but I don't think that's, what his point was. I think his point was to create what the event could be like. And, I thought it was portrayed very well. After, I listened to Bones video first and then Bife's, and it kind of made everything from Bones video, from where he was getting that stuff, it made it a lot more clear, to understand. I don't think it's gonna be Fallen that we see at the first start of Destiny 2.
That wasn't my question though. I wasn't talking about if you think that's gonna be correct.
What I think. Oh, okay, so what do I think of
what do you think in terms of that kind of storytelling happening in Destiny?
I think that's what it needs, honestly. I think that option needs to be open. Because he did an amazing job with that. I mean, obviously the voice acting, it's not professional level, but that's not the point. It just, he portrayed everything so perfectly. It was like a chapter in a book, and yeah, it was 15 minutes long, but who cares? It did such a good job of explaining what needed to happen. If you put that in video form, that's like a 2 to 3 minute video right there, maybe 4, like a 4-minute cutscene. And that's what the game needs. That's that amount of detail, that correlation of events happening in sequence, and giving you the background of okay, these are our next enemies that are fighting, rather than just 1 minute video explaining your objective and then you see these guys momentarily, which is what Destiny has done in the past. They've better executed it, within the past year and a half, maybe 2 years since the Taken King, but it's still not at its prime. But he did an amazing job with it. The attention, the detail was surreal, and I think that is the most important part. I also love that. I also love that it portrayed Shaxx being a badass too. So,
well, he is, dude.
Well, obviously,
listening to Ghost Stories, you know that Shaxx is absolutely gnarly.
Absolutely.
So I agree with everything you said, and I hesitated in response because I was actually just kind of pondering something. Because you said you don't think that that's how the game's going to start. I agree. I don't think that's how the game's going to start either. But it just kind of occurred to me that could be how the game ends. And not like the game as a whole, as a franchise. I mean, I'm thinking end of Halo 2. Where are you going? Finishing this fight. Just this massive cliffhanger.
Butchered
type
that
thing.
line.
Yeah, I'm not a voice actor, Greg.
It's not even what it says.
I don't think that would
Yeah,
be the end of the
finishing this
No.
fight.
Are we talking about like the
No, I'm
10
pretty
like the
sure
end of
it's- I
like the
don't
end
know,
of the
I don't
10
remember.
years? Like the end of the 10
No,
year
no, I mean
story,
the
or
end
did-
of the Destiny 2 main campaign.
or the Destiny 2 main campaign. I don't know though, because things I
If they're gonna blow up the city or something like that, I feel like it would be like maybe at the end of year 1 Destiny, and then it
Yeah.
leads into Destiny 2.
I don't-
Who knows? That's
I
the only
don't-
way I see it. But I don't even see it getting destroyed though. So
I don't. Well, there's many things. If you listen to the Bice video, there's many things like pointing towards it.
oh, I know. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, for sure. I've
Um,
been reading the grimoire that came with Donnie and all that stuff.
I mean, just it's there's not enough of a. I mean, Destiny 2, they've already said, because the way Destiny 2 is supposedly supposed to go, and this is from some inside sources and Bungie themselves, is they want to create the world to be like, instead of like you flying to different places, your outposts are going to be you on a patrol, and then you can walk into the patrol or go into the patrol on your Sparrow and stuff. Like they're making interactive like outposts now rather than flying to that single outpost. So it's going to be more open world. But I don't really think there's much of a story to be placed around just the tower being destroyed in one single game, you know.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I think the best way if they're gonna do it is from the start of it, to be quite honest, or the end year 1 on that note. Again, then give us that cliffhanger. You know, April would be the perfect time to deploy something like that, or midsummer. And
Yeah,
then
here's the thing. I remember like a year ago, I think it was Briar Rabbit from the formerly the Planet Destiny podcast, now the Destiny Community podcast. They were talking about like ideas for future story and wanting the story to evolve and potential raid decisions. And Briar actually brought up the idea of the tower being attacked or the city being invaded, and there being like the end raid be taking the tower back and fighting through it. And that would be insane. And that could be like if the story progresses to that point and then future expansions take you to other places, stuff like that, that could be a really cool raid.
I don't think that's the best way to. Like honestly, I think from the start that would be the perfect raid to implement. You know, but towards the end, I just don't see there's enough content. I mean, because I honestly, I think we're obviously gonna. I think we can all agree we're probably gonna see a Destiny 3. You know, eventually.
I mean, we'll play it as long as they churn it out. I'm playing it. So
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, it's safe to say we're gonna see a Destiny 3 at some point. Hopefully, it doesn't take as long to make as this one has. I know there's been factors that have caused this one to wait so long, development wise. But I feel like it would be perfect to kind of end year 1, or not year 1. Wow, year 3 on the note, and end Destiny 1 on the note of the tower being attacked, and then we open sequence scene of the battle in Destiny 2. You know.
The only way I could see that being a thing is if it was in the form of a cinematic that they released, not actual gameplay. It's like kind of a teaser to what's coming in Destiny 2, but set more like a cinematic.
It could be if we get an update in April, we could see something.
There's no way. There's no. Oh, you mean okay? Do you mean like what I just described, or actual stuff like playable content?
Some kind of playable content, you know.
No way.
That would be a whole new
I
expansion.
mean, I think there's no way the tower gets destroyed in Destiny 2 or at any point, but
I think
no way.
I think honestly though, I think it needs to be done.
Here's why they can't though.
There's light in the Traveler. Yeah, I know.
No, I mean in terms of development resources, like they don't even feel confident telling us if we're going to get another DLC between now and then. The idea of creating that scale of content and all the things that are going to have to go with that, there's no way we're going to get that in Destiny 1 while they're focusing so much of their resources on Destiny 2.
That was just a suggestion. I don't think that's going to happen. I think everything's going to happen once Destiny 2 gets released. That was just kind of a broad view of if they were to do that, that would be an opportune time. But I don't see it happening. But I honestly, I do. I think the tower needs to be destroyed and attacked and stuff like that. And I think that needs to.
Are you a terrorist?
No, I'm just.
Who are you working for?
The
I'm
darkness.
gonna have to call the speaker.
The darkness. No, please don't. I'll just, oh, damn it. Where's my ride?
Can't summon sparrows in the tower. What do I
Damn
do?
it! Damn it! I'm gonna have to go to the hangar.
Oh, no.
Or just hold Y, go to orbit. Lol.
Yeah. No, but honestly, I think in terms of escalating the storyline, I think the tower something needs to happen to the tower because I mean, we can't just keep staying on Earth as our home base, you know. And with their talks of, oh, this we're gonna start making the all the settlements and all the outposts goable to. That's a clear sign. Like Blythe said, that's a clear sign. Like, how would you how would you get to the tower in that case? Like, how would you get to the tower in an open world where they want to add that kind of content? Because they've already confirmed that's what they want to do. It would literally be almost impossible to get to the tower in an open world. And here's the thing with that though, is like it adds a dramatic storyline. It gives you more places to go, more planets, more activities. You get to see your civilization being almost destroyed and then having them fight back for it. It's that dramatic incline that we need right now. We can't just keep going and killing stuff and killing stuff and killing stuff and then us go back to our home planet and be like, okay, sweet, nobody's invading us. We've been invading them the whole time. Like, no, it's about time for the sidelines to change. The good can't always win. Sometimes the bad has to get a victory in between. And
Yeah,
quite
that's
honestly,
actually that's what's been bugging me about Destiny's story overall. Is just the Guardian. It's just the whole player base. You feel invincible, even
Yeah.
when Oryx shows up. The trailer for it had AC/DC in the background, and it was basically
Had
them
Led
saying-
Zeppelin.
I'm sorry, it was Led Zeppelin. ACD. No, I think there was
Yes,
one
it
version
had
that
Led
Back in
Zeppelin's Black Dog.
no, there was one AC/DC one.
Yeah, pretty sure they had Back in Black for one.
Yeah, no,
Anyways,
they did.
Point is, there's just this sense of invulnerability as a player, as a Guardian, that doesn't make for good storytelling. You don't feel a true sense of threat and danger like you did the first time you went into the Vault of Glass, you know?
Yeah. I mean, here's the other thing too. It's like I don't know how they would pull it off, but if you had to settle on another planet, that would be so freaking weird because you know, we've had like, you know, like the darkness, right? The darkness was preventing the traveler from being able to use his light, right? And that was all the way on Venus, you know? Like that was happening from another planet and it was interrupting what the traveler does. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see if we do move off of Earth and the tower is destroyed. Where's our next settlement going to be? Is it going to remain on Earth with the traveler? Because as soon as we go away from the traveler, that's when our light starts decreasing and we can't use it to its full potential because the traveler has to be there, you know, in that area. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that because without light, we can't use our supers. We don't have we don't have our ghosts. We can't use our supers. We don't have. Yeah, we just don't use as much as we would. And if the tower's
without light, you'd totally bump into walls, and how would you cook?
Oh yeah. And how would I revive myself or people revive me? Damn. I mean,
Asking
you know,
the real questions.
and I honestly, I think that's also what we need because, like, I honestly, I don't want to start Destiny 2 with all the stuff that I have now. I don't want to start Destiny 2 with having all these same guns that we have already. That's just like that's going to be so boring to me because it's not a new experience. It's old experiences. I think we need something to start fresh. I think we need to keep our guardians. That would be difficult to do in the storyline though, so we might see something new. But I think in total it just needs to be a restart, and the only thing that would do that is destroying the tower. You know,
Yep.
all our stuff would
Rid
be
of all
gone.
your gear, all your guns.
Yep. That's what I want. And I think honestly, I think that's what the general population of Destiny wants is why create a new game? It's supposed to be a brand new game. Why create a new game with old content? Creates no new experiences. It's the same mechanic, same gun, same everything, you know? You got to do something new.
It's been so long since I played Destiny where I feel like a sense of mystery about anything about the game.
Yeah.
Even with the new expansions, it's not like when I went into the Crucible for the first time and I was bad, everyone was bad.
You're still
As a
bad.
community, we were all figuring out how this game works. And, you know, now it's like the type of stuff that I was discovering back then, like, oh, hey, you can slide. That was a huge revelation. It changed my PvP experience. Now it's like, oh, there's this one particular really gnarly head glitch that I'd never discovered before. It's like that's all that's left to discover.
Yeah.
Is really, really obscure high level details that you've noted or haven't noticed up until now. I want to go into a fresh game where everything is a mystery and I don't know how to do really anything effectively till I toy around with it.
Yeah, and I want stuff to be like, what the thing about year one was like every day that I played Destiny, I was giddy. Like I was like, whoo, I'm gonna get something new today, maybe. It was a new experience every single day in year one. And that's what was great. Some of the mechanics, the story, a lot of stuff was wrong with year one Destiny. Absolutely almost everything. Not almost everything, but a lot of it. But the one thing it did well was creating that new experience every day because you could get a new exotic that day. You could get a new gun that was hard to get that day. You could do so many different get new things like that. And in year two and year three, it's like, okay, I'm gonna pop 3 coins until I get that. I'm gonna go, it's just I just feel like there needs to be that sense of excitement again. Not just in terms of getting stuff, but like the story as well.
So, with that being said, maybe it's time we spend a few minutes and talk about what we would want on our Destiny 2 wish list. What do you want from the game? It could be something to change, something to go back to the way it was, something totally new that isn't in the game at all yet. What do you guys want?
No 3 of coins.
Being able to fly my ship.
Is that all you got?
No.
I mean,
more.
I'm gonna play whatever they give me is my wish list.
Okay, so basically I want to see everything new. I want to see new guns, new armor, new everything. I kind of that's me reiterating what I already said. But most importantly, I want to see new kinds of guns. I want to see new kinds of subclasses and supers, and maybe new something different from the normal warlock, titan, and hunter. I want to see new characters. I want to see more things to be able to do. I just found out about this open world stuff a couple days ago about how they want to create it so you can go into those outposts from a patrol, and like that was just like so exciting for me. Like that's AP, that's what I've been wanting. I've wanted the ability to have that, and that's actually I think that's something that you and I were discussing at an earlier point, maybe a couple months ago. Is I was saying like we need to be able to travel in between places in a more open world environment. So I want to see stuff like that. I want to see them incorporate stuff like ships into more not just sight and see stuff, but okay, I could use this for something, whether it's flying in between planets. I don't see it going that far off the start, but I want to see something like that. I want to see more interactive stuff. I want to be more involved.
I feel you.
And the story, obviously I think they need to portray the story a lot better.
Well, yeah, and we already talked about that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I want?
Burritos.
Always, but no, not at the moment. I want customizable private matches in the sense that it's not just picking a game type and adjusting how much time and a few small things you can change. I want to be able to tweak the physics of the game. Like in Halo 3, there was a game mode that me and my friends made. It was so stupid, so simple, and so much fun. You could use the Forge mode to edit, modify maps. There's a map called Foundry. It's basically a big warehouse filled with stuff.
Foundry.
Delete everything. So it's just a big open room. Set the gravity to 50%, so you jump super high, and the speed up to 200%. So you're flying around, and you can literally fly through the air. Everyone only has a sword. Free for all. Go.
Yeah, I did that with my friends.
Most stupid fun.
It's literally it is literally Griff Ball minus the ball.
That's literally what I think every single person did with Forge mode.
Yeah.
Yep.
The hammer and minus the whole aspect of scoring stuff.
I want to be able to do stuff like that in Destiny.
Me too. I think that would be great. And we know Bungie's capable of doing it because lo and behold, they're the same company that made Forge, That stuff is obviously very possible for them. They've done it before.
Can you imagine Titan skating at 200% speed?
No, that's not a thing. We're
Imagine
not going to
Warlock's
talk about that.
200% speed.
Yeah, you could
still be slow as they'd still be slow as hell.
Yeah, it's still they'd still get from start to finish in the time it takes to finish the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
I don't even want to imagine what it would be like
12 hours.
I don't even want to imagine what it would be like to glide with a warlock at 50% gravity, and 200 speed. I don't want to imagine that. I already have trouble enough gliding. With that, it would be even worse.
It'd be a nightmare.
It would. Nightmare, literally, I love warlocks. PvP is all hunters, but PvE is all warlocks for me. But I can't jump with the Warlock for crap still, especially in the new raid.
I don't think anyone can.
I can.
Some people can, like, I've seen you die with that Warlock jump. Here's the thing. You
Yeah,
can
I know,
make
but
it
that doesn't
work.
mean I can't do it.
No, of course. You can make it work some of the time in some of the spots.
Well, it's
But
if I'm like
comparatively, like-
screwing around or I just accidentally like flip my finger off the controller. Yeah.
I just feel like the other jumps, like any kind of jumping puzzle, if you're on a Warlock, it's like, I'm gonna go to orbit. Just invite me back when you get to the other side.
Well, hey, warlocks were the only ones that could get to the top of Crota's to the top of the Crota arena, the boss fight in the raid.
No, you can get on there with the hunter now.
Super relevant.
Well,
and
but at
purposely
that
designed jump
point,
puzzle.
Oh yeah,
so
that's just because they can. Actually, no, never mind. Hunters can do that too. Never mind.
That's because they can floof. They're
Yeah.
very good at floofing through the air.
Yeah, and they're more balanced.
Yeah, they floof with great stees.
Huh? Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, we could probably go on down the road and name 100 things that we want to see in Destiny 2. If there's just like the number one thing, what would it be?
Hmm. Hmm.
hmm.
Hmm.
Luke Smith raid boss confirmed.
Hmm.
We'd all be dead.
The number one thing. Number one thing. Thing that is number one.
So I'm going to cut you off there. I want the number one focus to be on storytelling.
Thing number. You just stole mine. I was just about to say that.
Well, if you didn't take 25 minutes to think of it,
Number one thing.
hey, keep it going. It's still funny. Keep it going.
Hmm.
Everyone's laughing. Keep
Are you
it
trying to
going.
say story, Groot?
Yeah. Yeah, no, mine would be story as well.
What about you, Greg?
I mean, I already said Luke Smith raid boss. That's what I want.
Touche.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I feel like, yeah, I want the story. I want to have the Grimoire in the game. That's what I want. Right?
I want to not need Grimoire.
That's what I'm
'Cause
saying.
the
Like,
story's
have all that
told.
extra lore stuff. But if there is extra lore stuff, it's in the game. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess story.
Yeah, that's
Cover that.
another thing too. I don't want to have to go to their website to read all the freaking grimoire.
I mean, for me, I never even had a problem with the Grimoire. Other people did. I mean, it was fine because if I was in the car or I was up late at night and I was just laying in bed, just open my stuff and read the Grimoire,
Yeah,
But
but I
I
want
mean,
to be able to. If they're gonna keep it, I want to be able to read it in game.
Oh yeah, I want to be able to read it in game. I want it accessible, say on the app and in game. I want it accessible both.
Yeah, and
You know?
and honestly, I think they should have like a small dedicated team if they're gonna keep the idea of grimoire in the game. Make a freaking team, like a small team that can make cinegraphics for some of the stuff. Like even if it's like 5 to 10 seconds.
Well,
What?
like
At the very least, voice acting.
Yes,
well,
please.
and like in Doom, that game they have basically their own version of Grimoire, except it's accessible in a menu in the game. Right?
Yeah, but I totally agree. I think grimoire doesn't need to be. I think they need what they portray in the grimoire needs to be portrayed in the game itself.
Yes.
Like you guys were saying, like that's such a necessity for a game like this, especially if you really want to involve people. Like I get emotionally attached to this game. Like I'm a little baby when it comes to this game, and I want to know everything. But sometimes my time availability only lets me listen to like the podcasts and stuff for the lore, and sometimes I can't even do that. It's been a while since I've been able to listen to a podcast. So when I play the game, I want to be able to have that opportunity to learn it at that time.
Yeah.
Or have the
I'm with you,
option
man.
to skip it.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
we haven't had as much time lately. We've been busy, but we
have
have. Yeah, a little bit, un poquito.
Oh.
But we have taken some time over the year of 2016 to play games other than Destiny. Surprise!
there's other games other than Destiny. Damn,
Yeah,
I didn't
find out till like last week. It was super
didn't-
weird.
I didn't come prepared.
So that's basically going to wrap up our formal discussion of Destiny. Some of the stuff that's been happening, some of our thoughts for the future of the game. Now we're gonna dive a bit into the past. The rest of this episode is gonna be filled with our stories and favorite moments of gaming in 2016.
Hold on,
Corey,
let me
come
start
on
up
back.
let me start up the fireplace.
I'll make some hot cocoa.
Who makes hot?
I'm just gonna go to Netflix and pull up that they have that thing where it's like for 2 hours straight it's just a fireplace and music.
It's on Netflix. They have a thing for that.
Yeah, it's like legit on Netflix.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
if you
my
go on
gosh.
Netflix, right? It's it's just literally called Fireplace and Melodies for the Holidays, and it lasts 2
Literally,
hours.
if any of you do that, you are going to be the laziest gamers in the freaking world.
Seriously, I'm not joking. I'm sending a picture of it right now to you guys.
I'm
Ridiculous.
literally telling you, if you guys use that, I'm going to make fun of you.
Dude,
I mean, I
imagine
have a
this.
fireplace, so.
Good, use it.
So I got my
Mine's
TV
downstairs.
I got my TV directly in front of me. I
Here
got
you
my
go.
laptop. If I play my laptop sitting in my gaming chair, I can still see the TV above my laptop. So I could be sitting in my
Yeah,
room
no.
with the heater on, raining outside, with a fire on my TV, casting beautiful ambiance into the room while I game on my PC. Try and
Yeah.
tell me that doesn't sound awesome.
Okay.
Do you see this picture I sent you?
Picture this.
Yeah.
I'd rather just set a bonfire in my room.
That's interesting. And I'm
Yeah,
no.
sure
approach
we're
it.
removing batteries out of smoke detectors.
My smoke detectors probably don't work anyways because this house is ancient. So either way,
I mean,
it works.
Now, imagine this. You get on Twitch, right? You're going to watch someone stream, find this random guy playing Rocket League. And he's sitting there, and behind him is just a majestic screen
Here comes
of
his
a fireplace.
here comes his Twitch channel ideas now. That's exactly like Corey and I were just talking yesterday about him getting a green screen. So when he streams, he could put stuff on the green screen. He's going to literally put a big ass fireplace with a fire in it now going on the green
Oh,
screen.
dude.
I can already tell.
You have no idea all the plants. All the plants.
Dude, you should just like green screen a field of wheat or something just on fire and like a village in the distance being attacked by dragons, and just you're just casually playing video games. This scene of chaos, like occasionally someone will like stumble by.
That's
bloody and
actually a
delirious
really
across the
good
screen.
idea.
That's one. That is AP's one good idea.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
So
I'll tell you what, it'll get people's attention. That's for sure. It'll
That
definitely
is-
make the chat active.
Right.
Yeah, that is true.
And every week, you could have a different scene in the background.
Right.
You could be like in a busy restaurant. You could be like, I don't know, have someone parasailing down a mountain.
All you've got to do is just play episodes of Friends or Gilmore Girls in the background, and you'll get everybody on your channel. Problem solved.
I was thinking 21 Pilots.
I don't think we're on the same page.
We're probably
Yeah.
not, but
I'm with you, Corey.
yeah.
So
Although
anyways,
the copyright strikes would be strong with this one.
so Corey, what are your favorite games and memories of 2016? I probably assume they're going to be associated with Rocket League. So
It's essentially all Rocket League.
we know how many hours do you have logged?
Just over 800.
Okay.
It's not as much as I was
Child's
expecting.
play.
Well, I switched over from PS4 to PC. So I'm not
How-
quite sure how many hours I had. I
Hold on,
did
how-
have over 2,000 games played on
How-
PS4. So
How long did it take you to get to 800 hours? Like from when to when?
Precisely 800 hours.
I started realistically
God.
in the middle of June. Start of
Until-
July.
That's a pretty good amount of that for 6 months. That's
It's been consistently about 60 hours a week.
I'd be willing
Yeah.
to say he probably has about over 3,000 hours.
yeah, absolutely. If you were playing like the 3 years of Destiny we have, yeah, you'd probably.
I have close to 7,000 hours in Destiny. So,
That's
not
because
true.
you. That's because you have no life.
well, I know it's over 6,000.
That's because you have no life, and
I'm looking
you
this up right
try
now. I don't believe you.
literally you try hard everything.
I'm
you know?
adding up what it says I've played on my Xbox 360 and my Xbox One.
Anyways, Corey, let's hear about your Rocket League experiences. I want to hear them. I'm genuinely interested because I know you're like elite pro hacks at this game.
I mean, kind of, sort of. I'm nowhere near like the pro level, of course, but I am about 4 tiers below where the pros are, which is still really good. Um, it's very competitive. It's just a lot of concentration needed. It's ridiculous.
So, what do you like about the game?
It gave me a challenge. Like I started, my first game I ever really played was Halo 3. And the first day, my buddy brought it over. We played together, and he had played for 300 hours already. Had a shit ton of games, and I pick up the sticks once and just kill it. And with Call of Duty and everything, I'd start playing. Give me one day to learn the game, and I'd be really, really good. With Rocket League, it was 100% different. First time I played this game, I hated this game because I couldn't do a single thing. It probably took me a good 50 games to really understand it, and then after that, probably about 1,000 to get good, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of training involved in becoming good at Rocket League.
Yeah, because that's like I played Rocket League before with you, and one thing that I've realized like is that game, like you have to take physics into account in that game. Like the physics engine is ridiculous. Every angle matters. Like every single your positioning matters. Like it is a very intuitive game.
And then,
It seems simple because it's like car ball. Get the ball in the net, but it's like no, it's not that easy.
I haven't played it. I want to. That's a bit intimidating though, because I like to master stuff, and that could be a challenge that I'd love to take up. But I don't want there to be such a steep learning curve that I feel like I'm beating my head against the wall trying to
it's not that.
figure out the game.
It's fun to learn. It's a fun process to learn it. It's just a strenuous process because you just have to play. Like, I mean, it's a lot of knowing, all right, so the ball is going to fly this way and hit the ball at this angle, so it's going to fly down it. Like, it's learning, like, the aspects of what it's going to do.
Okay, so learning the physics of the game and how to control your car in a way that you can not only manipulate the physics, but your own physics to get the ball to do what you want and coordinate with the team.
Yes.
Well, Gabe would stink already because he can't even hit shots properly on Destiny. So
all you do is just sling shade and sling shade. Talk about the darkness block of the Traveler's Light. I think you're the darkness.
no, honestly, that's one thing I'll vouch for AP. AP is an absolutely amazing PvP player that whoops butt at the game. It is ridiculous on how many of the shots that he hits, but he doesn't hit his shots when it comes to puns. So
Shots fired.
but
Wow.
I'm the one hitting all the shots in NHL. I will be talking about that game once it's my turn.
Well,
I don't know. You've never played me.
oh, the gauntlet has been thrown.
It has. It has. The challenge is
1v1
out
bro.
there.
You just done goofed.
Fight me, mate.
I would.
I'm
I
gonna
would
drop
pay
the
to see
gloves.
that.
I'm gonna drop the gloves.
Oh, dude, I'd easily drop the gloves on you. You don't want this.
I'd probably drop my pants too. Just saying.
That's a given. That's just a given.
I'd pay double for those tickets.
You can
So,
find my collection. You can find my collection on kink.com.
So sidestepping away from that, why don't you tell us a bit about NHL? What are some of your favorite memories?
I have memories on that game.
I don't remember.
Oh, I don't either. Yeah, no, NHL is like anybody who knows me, I knows I am the biggest hockey fan you'll ever meet. Go San Jose Sharks. Everybody knows that about me. I'm still consistently trying to find as big as a hockey fan as I am inside of the super fun people. I've only ever met one, and he's awesome, but he's a Bruins fan, so I don't really like him. But no, yeah, NHL has created a lot of. It's like my go-to to relax game. It gets a little bit. It does get a little bit frustrating sometimes, as you guys have heard me in party chats before. But generally, like that's my like when I want to go play a single player game, I'm playing NHL. It's kind of like an escape from everything else, and the game it's just fun. Like being able to just play hockey at any time, whether it's in real life or on a game. It's cool because there's just so much involved on it. And the one thing I like about hockey is with football, it's like throw a ball, get to touchdown. Worry about all the other teams positioning. There's much more to it than that. I know. Basketball, not really. I'm a Golden State Warriors fan, but I don't watch basketball as much as I do as hockey. And then soccer is just, I played soccer. I don't really enjoy watching it. And same with baseball. I don't think I can sit there and watch a baseball game for hours on end. Maybe if I was actually in the stadium, I could. But the one thing about hockey is it's so intense. It's so like there's always something happening, and the hits, the kind of skill it takes. Like you have to know like the stick handling, the things people can do with a hockey puck and the way they can score goals and the way goalies make saves. There's just so much going on. It's like you have to be into the game. You have to know where all your teammates are at all times. It's so fast paced. And yeah, people say, they don't watch hockey because they can't keep an eye on the puck. That's what I enjoy about it because it's always on the move. It's one of those games or one of those sports where it's just so exhilarating and it takes a lot of skill to play. I honestly think it takes a lot more skill to play hockey than every other sport out there because there's so much going on. It's not easy to skate, stick handle, and make sure that you're not going to get fucking plowed by a guy coming after you. And the one thing that I love about being able to play that on the Xbox is I can share those experiences with other people that have those experiences as well. Whether it's playing online against someone. Yeah, and it's an amazing game, and to go into that game and be able to pull off some crazy moves, some crazy deeks, being able to score those awesome goals. Yeah, even though it's in a video game, it's fun and it's cool and it makes for good recordings, and yeah, I love the game.
It's awesome. I find it very boring to watch, but I find pretty much every sports game very boring to watch.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna so we just got a message in our Discord chat because we use a Discord chat to talk when we're with the text chat when we're when we're recording the podcast so we can throw shade at each other. In Corey's case, just be a complete douche. He's like, when I'm talking about that, or get your ass whooped by a friend. Well, Corey, the only ass whooping that's gonna happen is me giving one to you when I'm beating you by 10 goals.
Ooh, that's harsh. But
how much money would you like to bet on that prediction of beating him by 10 goals?
I would.
Every game that I usually play, I win by at least 5 goals. 95% of the time.
But you said 10, so are you willing to bet money?
Yeah.
How much?
None. Because I'm poor.
I was like,
You could have just said a penny, damn it. But okay.
Now, let me put this out there. I haven't played NHL 17.
I have.
But I guarantee you, I could download it, play one game, and then play you and beat you.
Probably not.
I guarantee you. I 100% guarantee you. We can make this a video.
It needs to be recorded and put on the channel.
With your experience with freaking I don't know where I was going with this.
I was like, go on.
What are you saying?
I don't know where I'm going with this. Yeah, no, you'll lose.
I highly doubt that. I do.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We're definitely going to have this showdown. We're definitely going to record it, and we're definitely going to put it on the channel because I am very interested to see how this is going to play out.
I'm going to destroy him.
That's arguable. That's very
How much-
arguable.
How much of this game is based on like theory crafting your team and building a team?
I mean, you can. There's a mode called Hockey Ultimate Team, which is HUT, and you build your own team with all your players. Or you can just you can play as like the San Jose Sharks or the Boston Bruins or the freaking
Washington
Chicago.
Capitals.
Oh yeah, just because they have
The I am Groot 60s.
just because they have the Kuznetsov and freaking Ovechkin does not make them the most elite team in the game. It kind of does, but
maybe because I live in that area.
it's okay. I honestly, the Sharks are my West Coast team. They're my favorite by far, and then my supplemental East Coast team is the Caps. So I do like the Caps, and Ovechkin is an amazing person because he does a lot for charity and stuff. But you're still gonna get your ass handed to you either way. So.
All right, I guess it's a challenge.
Because literally all I have to do is just have Joe Pavelski and Brent Burns and just use Brent Burns to run over everything and then make sure I give the puck to Pavelski and score it every time on you.
So you literally just told him your game plan, and now he has ample time to counter it.
That's fine. I have other game plans.
He has a lot of faith in
Groot
this.
is just so
He has a lot
of faith.
cocky about this. He is
Corey,
just so sure he's
I mean,
doing it.
I came from a pretty cocky standpoint on never playing NHL 17, but
I'm very good at the game. I'm just going to say, I ask AP how often I used to play it.
see,
I will say, whenever you are playing it, I do hear you complain a lot about stuff going wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's because when you rely on your CPU to play as the other four players or the other five because including the goalie, the other five players, they do some pretty stupid shit.
So it's more like whoever's
group up together and so you have to constantly be freaking switching your player on every end, and sometimes you can't do that because when you press right trigger, it doesn't go to the right person. But besides that, the game's amazing. That's usually what I'm complaining about, though.
And that's not going to come into play when you play against Corey?
No, it'll definitely still happen because the AI has a tendency to all chase after the puck at the one time. So it ends up being four guys like going after one person. And then that leaves the goalie vulnerable. And when you leave the goalie vulnerable, that's more likely that the opposing team's going to get a goal if your goalie isn't, going beast mode, which sometimes happens. So it's always good to have your two defensemen kind of guarding the other parts of the net. The goalie can't. So, and also trying to prevent the shots in the first place. So, yeah, the AI does a very bad job of doing that.
Well, I can't wait to see how this plays out. I'm pretty excited.
Corey, you're so going down.
I hate eating
I
popcorn,
know exactly how it's
but I
gonna
might have
play
to make
out.
some popcorn for this.
Oh, I'll make all the popcorn. I'll bring some salt.
You're
Good,
gonna need
Corey,
plenty
good,
of it.
Corey, because Corey's going to need it.
I don't think I'm gonna be the one that needs the salt here, because honestly, win or lose, I don't think I could be salty because I've never played NHL 17.
I won't, if there is,
But
if I do lose, I'm not going to be upset about it. I will congratulate you on it, and I will have no salt. I'll be disappointed in myself, but
just know that if I win, the celebration will be a little over exaggerated.
that's fine. It's understandable.
He
Fair
just
enough.
ordered 10 confetti cannons, the large ones. They're on their way from eBay.
Oh, sweet.
And you know that song where it's like dun 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 dun. That's when the confetti cannons go off one at a time.
That's okay. All I need to order is a can of whoop ass.
Wow.
Don't worry, I got those on back order.
You fucking ass. That's good. That's good. I'll give you that. That'll be an interesting video to put on the channel.
That'll be a great one. Just watch Tyler get whooped.
I mean, I'm planning on it.
I hate you guys. So much confidence in me, guys.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, you're being very, very cocky and arrogant, and so is Corey. But Corey's an unknown. I don't know what he's gonna pull out of his pocket.
Corey, you're starting to turn into AP. I don't like it.
Did you go soft?
we have a lot in common.
I did just go soft.
Damn it. That wasn't the goal.
Let's not explain that one.
Sorry, we just killed Groot.
Oh, I need to mute myself. Hold on.
We killed Tyler. He's dead.
Who's Tyler?
The dead guy on the floor.
Rest in peace, Groot.
Oh, holy
Hashtag.
shit, I can't breathe.
Yeah, that's actually you having a vision of the future when Corey almost beat you to death.
I hate you.
Rip.
Yeah, literally.
So what if let's move off this, let's make it so you guys aren't being complete douches to me.
Yeah, it's not nice to be mean to a man who's about to go to his own funeral. So
I'm pretty sure I've done that on multiple occasions for you, so I'm
The only way I see Groot dying is if he gets eaten by a dinosaur in that one game he's been playing lately.
What, Ark? Oh man, I love that game. Oh, that game's amazing. We used to have I'm sorry to steal everybody's thunder because I'm going on. I was talking about a game that you guys don't even like. And this might be the same for this game too.
yeah, setting the stage here.
Okay, my game is the same.
It's true. Ark is like, we used to have a dedicated server that we used to have on the Xbox, and we used to have a crap ton of fun with that. Honestly, AP knows that me, Ezio, Queen, Shadow, and a ton of other people used to play on this server. Panda, Icon, people that you guys have all heard at the podcast at one point or another. We used to play all the time on this game. We had so many memories. We'd play for like 10 to 15 hours a day sometimes. And I just recently bought a dedicated server for the PC for a couple of us to play on, and it's just a surreal experience on the PC because there's so much more to do in terms of adding like mods and stuff to your server. I love open world games, especially open world survival games, because you have to work for everything, and having that on top of dinosaurs and taming dinosaurs is like a dream come true. So like that game is just so much fun, and you get a lot of comedic moments out of that because the game's still in alpha staging as well. So or early access, alpha, whatever you want to call it. So there's a lot of like bugs and stuff sometimes, and they're just hilarious. And just some of the stuff that you do in the game is just hilarious. So
Who was it that made their character an actual midget?
Me.
That was you.
Yeah, I made my guy a midget. Yeah. I made a midget, and my arms were huge, and my legs were really short, and my torso was like big and buff, so it looked like I was walking on my arms. Yeah, that was me. The first one to do that though was crazy. That's probably the first time you saw it. I've been doing a midget nowadays though.
I will also say it was a pretty cool experience when I hadn't played in a little while, and you guys just kept on raging and moving forward and building this like pretty impressive little village, including a pen filled with dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, that thing was
Keeping it all
huge.
tamed.
Jurassic World, we called it. That was huge. I mean, I spent 6 hours building that thing.
And you guys were all going to travel somewhere, and I hadn't tamed anything. I hadn't even gotten close to getting that far in the game. And you guys were like, oh, okay, well, pick one. There's a few ones you can fly. Yeah, pick one. Like,
yeah. What? And then you ended up losing it.
I fell off, I think.
Yeah, you fell off, you lost one of the birds.
No. I fell off because I was trying to get somebody else who had fallen off and died.
Oh, that's right. And you accidentally
trying to get toast.
That's right, and you accidentally jumped off instead, and didn't you get like killed by a freaking T-Rex or something? Or you just died from because you fell in the water, didn't you?
Yeah, I either drowned or I got eaten by some kind of a dinosaur. I don't remember at this point, but
that was funny.
It was hilarious
eaten by a water dinosaur.
No, that was the area because that was near the swamp. So it was either a T-Rex, a Giga, or
a giant alligator.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it could have been one of those guys. I forgot their names.
It was a Splashosaurus Rex.
Yes, precisely. Exactly what they put my finger on. Or it was a compy. No, compies don't attack. It was those spitter guys. Either way, yeah, no, it's a fun game. I love it, honestly. It's just, and the building mechanics are awesome too.
It's definitely a game for me personally that's more fun to play with people.
Yeah. I had just bought it for you last night on PC.
You did,
so.
and I downloaded it.
Sweet. Make sure you can run it too.
Yeah, I haven't tried yet.
Okay.
But you know what I can run? Prop Hunt.
Oh, let's talk about Prop Hunt. All right, I'm gonna let you take the reins on
I have
this one.
prop hunt, by the way, but I don't have anybody to play with.
Well, you now have 4 people here who can all play together.
The 3 people.
Yeah.
4 people here, like that can play together. That's us 4.
3 people, including him.
That's us.
Yeah, no, you're supposed to just say there's 3 of us now that can play with you. Would have made more sense.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'd already said 4, and then I worded it so it'd still work. Why do you guys gotta
butchered
poke holes
this?
in this?
You butchered this more than I butchered the joke at the beginning. of
No,
the
no,
podcast.
you,
No, that
no,
was-
you.
no,
that
no.
was unforgivable.
Absolutely horrible. That was just totally just
Well,
ridiculous.
screw
You literally
you both.
killed comedy. Like it's
Yeah.
there is no
That was
more
the
jokes
point.
in the universe.
Like, there's no more Kevin Hart. That's how bad you made it.
He just had a stroke. I just saw it on Yahoo.
Did it
was
happen
precisely
yesterday or
timed for your-
today?
It happened at the precise moment you attempted to deliver that New
So
Year's
it
joke.
happened in 2017. So 27 is already off to a shitty start. Good. I accomplished my mission. Awesome.
I think he was kidding.
I know.
I'm sorry, hey, Corey, can you take that sigh and quadruple the volume?
Of course. Just for you.
So, Prop Hunt. Okay. I found out about Prop Hunt by watching Markiplier. If you guys don't know who he is, awesome YouTuber,
Marky Moo.
hilarious. Highly recommend it. But he has like a 41 episode series of him over the last couple of years playing Prop Hunt with friends. Some of the funniest things I have ever seen, the funniest moments just in this game. It's so ridiculous. The concept is you're in a map, it's a closed sandbox, and there's tons of stuff littered around. Like maybe it's in a cluttered office building, stuff like that, or in a restaurant. And you have 2 teams, hunters and props. The props have 30 seconds to find an object that they can become another one of that object. Find a coffee mug sitting on a table, you select it, you become another coffee mug running around. The hunters come out, try and find out where the props are hiding, and kill them. Although, careful, if you go up to that table and try and select the coffee mug, you might accidentally select the table. And now you're in a massive table stuck inside of another table and you can't escape. And you're spinning frantically trying to get away.
That's
the
how
hunter
I
shows
died
up.
so many times last night. It was just ridiculous. I reckon I was a cigarette carton, and then I was trying to turn into one of the trash bags, and apparently you can't turn into the trash bags. So I ended up turning into one of the barrels that was next to them, and I just fell over, and yeah, that was the end of me.
It's a very, very interesting game, and it's relatively simple, but the kind of fun you can have in this type of game, the amount of trolling you can do is so much fun. So after watching it and falling in love with it, we just actually picked it up. Well, I did yesterday, and me and Groot hopped on and played a little bit.
Made a couple
And
friends.
Well, with people that we just met randomly on a server.
Yeah.
People would just join in, and team would grow, and we'd have laughs and taunt each other and challenge each other, and it was a lot of fun. And that was just with like me and Groot and a bunch of randoms. If we get a bunch of like our friends in there that we already know and feel comfortable with, the hilarity levels are going to be off the charts.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's one of those games that you don't need to have like a really massive, like amazing computer to run it. Like that's just like anybody can play that.
Let's play prop hunt after this.
I see much sleep in my future after this.
No.
Yes.
I hear a lame fruit right now.
I hear okay, I'll play a couple games.
Sweet.
Yes. Can't say no to us. Can't
No,
say
I
no to
can-
fun.
No, there's a difference. I can say no to you. I can't say no to them.
You can't say no to fun. And if you think you can, I'm going to find that YouTube video of the Kazoo Kid. And you will not say no to that much fun. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there is another disconcerting but very funny thing in your future.
Oh, I swear.
Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
No.
No one. Okay. I won't. I won't take any more time on the podcast to talk about it. But you're all going to receive a video after this.
Oh, jeez. I know which video it is. I
Do
hate
you
you.
know?
Yes.
Do you now?
I swear. Never mind. I'm not going to go down this rabbit trail.
Does the YouTube video inspire you to go have fun?
Are we talking about the video that Groot just sent us?
No.
Because I just watched it. And it was good.
Jeez. I'm not going to. I'm not going to say what it was.
It was good though. It was so good.
It was quite hilarious,
like, dude. I was like, wow, it's pretty good. All right, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll watch that later.
Just watch it. I want to hear you laugh. It's fun. 20 seconds.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll watch it while you tell us a bit about a game that you've been playing and really like.
Okay. So I've been playing right now since I haven't really been playing Destiny that much. Other stuff, mostly just because I haven't been on Xbox lately. So I've been playing this game called World of Tanks recently that I've actually been playing for the past 5 years now. Came out in 2011. It's a pretty cool game. I showed you guys the trailer for it. Well, I assume you watched it and watched a video or two, so you at least know what I'm talking about, maybe. But who like Corey? You know what I'm talking about when I talk about World of Tanks? Yeah. So
Yeah, I
assume.
know.
Okay, yeah. So World of Tanks is I don't know, like it's really hard to describe. It's like it's a free to play. I'm just gonna look up a description of it because I don't know how to describe the game. Like
Right.
because it's like it's really fun, but I don't have a way to describe it, right? So hold on one second. And I will just read the official description of it on the website. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
I'm back.
Okay. So
I didn't laugh.
You didn't
but
laugh.
I've seen this before.
It
I've
was
seen the whole
funny.
stand up.
I'm just surprised that when I Googled that, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
that-
that makes it more funny because what we're
Okay,
talking
so
about.
yeah. So basically, World of Tanks is a team-based, massively multiplayer online action game that's dedicated to tank warfare, well, armored warfare and stuff, right? So basically, you have 15 tanks fighting another team of 15 tanks, and you have to kill all the enemy tanks or capture their base, and that's how you win it. I don't know, like.
What do you like about it? I want to hear some passion. Tell me why you love this game.
Yeah, come on, go into it.
I
with
just
that one
like
into
tanks, and when this game came out, it was like you want to be a tank and blow up other tanks, and I was like, hell yeah, I like tanks, so I like this game. I don't know, like
Greg's first quote of 2017, guys. I just like tanks.
I just like tanks, damn it. But it's like I don't know, it's hard to describe. I just really enjoy this. Did you guys watch any of the videos? Like, did you watch the videos?
Yes, I did. I've also played the game.
Yes, you have. You played it one time for like an hour.
2 hours.
But you don't have the full experience because you played with the shitty tanks.
No, that's just because I played with you.
Hey, Groot, is the game fun?
I hate you.
No, I mean, if it's not going to be super fun for people who just start out. I mean, it's more fun. Well, because okay, here's the thing with the game. It's not a game you can just get into and be good at and have a with. I think right off the bat, right? It's more than just you log in, you pick a tank, you start fighting, and you point and shoot and get kills. This game is not easy. Is how I'll put it, I guess. There's definitely a skill to playing this game well. And there's a lot of physics and stuff that goes along with it, right? So it's not an easy game. It's definitely hard to play. I don't know, like Groot, you played it. Please pitch in, maybe. I don't know.
All right, so it's a very realistic game. You have to take into account a lot of different mechanics and stuff like that. Maybe that's why I wasn't so, kind of drawn into it at first, because I was already learning how to learn.
At first.
No, it was, hey, what? Fuck you, okay?
I did. I sucked at first.
I wasn't that good, but there was just so much to learn at first, and I was already focused on learning or improving my Destiny PvP game, playing a couple other games. So it wasn't at the top of my list to learn and play. I actually absolutely, love games like that, especially tank simulations. The other one, World of
Warships.
Warships. I like that kind of stuff. I think I'd like that one more, honestly.
Oh yeah, it's definitely really fun.
Just because I like ships a lot.
That
more.
one takes more skill though.
Yeah,
for sure. It's much harder.
But it's a fun game. It was definitely you deal with some pretty stupid people though that don't know how to freaking move out of the way and shoot you. But I have fun with it. It was a good game. I just haven't played it very recently.
You should play it more, but because I feel like you could get good, and I have no one to play with, and it makes me sad. But no, what he was just saying, this is how it is in any game, to be honest, is shitty teammates. This is like the bane of my existence in this game more than any other, because it's 15 versus 15, right? So there's only so much you can do to try and like carry your team. Because if a teammate like sucks, or they because tanks have hit points, right? And it's not like you shoot a tank and you kill it instantly. There's hit points. You're going to do a certain amount of damage. You have to hit them so many times to kill them. Yada yada yada. If you don't have your teammates supporting you, you're going to get overwhelmed and you're not going to kill anything. It really is. If to do well in this game, you have to be good, and your team has to be good, and the enemy team has to suck. Otherwise, I don't know, it's hard to explain this game if you haven't really played it for as long as I have, or you just don't understand, or you haven't ever played it before, really. So it's just hard to explain. I think
you were also the king of microtransactions on this game. Literally the king of microtransactions.
Well, no, I'm sure there's people that spent over 5,000 on the game, but I think
you played below $49.95. You know what I mean?
Hey, I've only spent over 600. That's for a lot of people. I'm sure they've spent more.
And I can't talk because I spent 500 on one of the NHL games. Probably almost.
My buddy spent 900 on FIFA, so
I've spent a good at least 800 and the 900 on all the NHL games on the past 5 years.
How much has Corey spent on Rocket League?
Nothing, because he always makes back what he gets in return because he's so good. You should see his collection. Oh yeah, you should see his collection. He's got so many different.
But I mean, I really like this game. It's really cool. It's been out for 5 years now. What's really cool about it is it's also on PlayStation 3, 4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One, and mobile devices. So they have it on literally everything, freaking everything. But I don't know. It's just a really great game, and it's a game that I definitely recommend everybody try, because literally you can play it on any device that you have. I don't know. It's really available. Yes, you can.
Can I?
You can play it on your burner phone that's specifically designed for other stuff. If your burner phone is a smartphone.
Oh.
Can I just say?
No.
I can't wait till you guys watch the video I just posted.
Can I just say I want people to play with it?
I've seen that video before. But I don't want to imagine why there's a trap remix of it at all for any reason.
Because... Can we take a short 2-minute break and just everyone watch this real quick?
Yeah.
Anyways.
No, we got so sidetracked.
Yeah, we really did.
Wow.
So I want to tell you about something that I've been playing and enjoying recently.
Let's hear it.
Yeah? No?
Yeah.
Maybe so?
Dick Simulator 2016 doesn't count.
So I actually have one story I want to tell from Destiny first.
Okay.
So a few days ago, Trials is live right now. It's the weekend. And I was talking to a friend of ours that we know on Xbox, friend of the community. His name is Blythe. And somehow, me and my other buddy Pop were talking about streamers and skilled players. And Blythe is talking about this streamer that he's really into that's relatively small, just got partnered on Twitch, and he does a lot of trials. So we're done with our night. It's late. It's already 2 a.m, and I told him I'd check out the channel. I wasn't necessarily sure I was going to do it that night, but I was getting ready to go to bed. I was going to watch something. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll pull open the stream. Start watching. Like his personality. He's doing pretty well. And he's just wrapping up a card. And a lot of these streamers will do raffles where you have a chance to win and play with that streamer for a trials carry. I'm like, for poops and giggles, I'm gonna enter the raffle. I liked him initially, so I clicked the follow button. 10 minutes in, he does a raffle. I put in my ticket, and I won. So it's 2 a.m. I'm in bed. I'd already turned my Xbox off, and suddenly I'd won a raffle to play trials with a very skilled streamer. Well, this is actually the second time this has happened to me in the last few months. I've entered 2 raffles with streamers, and I've won 2 raffles. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how that happens, but it's happened twice to me now. And the first time was actually with a dude in England who was good, but I actually outplayed him for most of the card, and we didn't actually go flawless. This time, we steamrolled. And I had some good plays. I was keeping up, but I'll tell you what. This dude, and especially his friend, were some of the most insane slayers I've ever played with. I couldn't even get to the enemies in time. Everything just kept falling down dead before I could even get there. I had to switch to No Land Beyond just to be able to get shots before they could get the kills. It was insane. So
were they sniping?
One of them was sniping. The other one was he got a lot of pulse rifle kills. Like I think he was rocking a shotgun and a pulse
I was
rifle.
just wondering.
Yeah, but they were very, very deadly.
Did
and
Blade get the opportunity to talk to them?
Well, he was actually in the chat the whole time, and when I won the raffle,
I'm leaving my microphone on.
Got out of bed, turned on my Xbox, and started to sign on. He started sending me text messages like,
"Why?
Are you kidding me? I can't believe you just won the raffle." And he kept sending me messages throughout, like commenting on what was happening.
What the hell am I watching?
And it was
pretty
What
catchy.
am I watching?
What the
Did you
hell
actually
is
like, talk to
catchy?
the dude during it?
Yeah, we were in a party chat. We were talking the whole time.
Was it like,
What the hell am I watching?
my brother won a raffle
This is pretty
What am
catchy.
I watching?
Like,
Absolutely
catchy.
ridiculous.
Why?
Like,
Oh my
you can
God.
hear them talking.
What the hell did I just watch?
No, I was my audio was you could hear my
This is
conversation.
absolutely ridiculous.
Why?
Oh
Yeah.
my
Okay, I was
God.
wondering.
Yeah, it was a good
What
time.
the hell did I
Nope,
just
kazoo.
watch?
I've seen a lot of
you-
people.
Are you streaming on our channel? Like some fun people?
No, dude, I was going to bed and then I won a raffle, so I just turned on the Xbox, hopped on, and it was just like playing a normal Call of Duty.
I'm done.
Except there was
I'm done.
about
This is
100
okay. I'm done. What
You
kind
know,
of
you know how I like
freaking
to mess with people?
shroom? What kind of shrooms was this guy
I
on?
know, when he was-
Very well, actually.
You're my special friend.
I'm done.
This is
Kazoo! What kind of freaking
And
shroom? What kind of
you got your
shrooms was
runes?
this guy on?
And
I'm gonna experience it.
I kind of
You're
like
my special
didn't
friend.
necessarily
Are you
answer the
encouraged
question
after hearing the
Kazoo!
commentary that it would be entertaining?
Of
People
course.
forget a lot, and he
You better leave that in the
he talked
podcast.
to like 3 minutes and a half about like 4 stories of having to
Why don't you
reset
just make
cards
a
or even
Are
outro
you encouraged
excerpt?
after hearing the
staying in the
commentary that it
raffle
will be
because
entertaining?
he asked
Of
over and
course.
over and over
So
again if they had
done,
their
dude.
runes,
Better
and
leave that in the
they kept saying,
podcast.
"Yeah, I got it," and then they go into the game, and there's no boost.
Why don't you just make a
So
outro?
we wrapped that up
That was
and
great.
laugh it off.
Just to
I wait
let
till the game
everybody
starts
know,
and flying, I'm like,
AP
so
has
done,
redeemed
dude.
his like-worthiness with me now after sharing that
Oh,
with me.
dead
This
silent.
is getting put in the description of the video.
Like the friend
Oh,
was
absolutely.
helping us, but he was like, let's share this
That
with
was
the
great.
world.
Too good, dude.
Just
I'm
to
so
let
sorry.
everybody
Yeah,
know,
I got my goons, dude. We're all
AP has
good.
redeemed
Nah,
his
back
like-worthiness
on
with
the
me
other
now
side.
They were
after
both
sharing
so
that
cool.
with
Like
me.
I'm almost done
This is
because
how-
obviously, as you can tell, I don't know how to explain
Oh,
anything about this
absolutely.
game.
Let's
And I freaking love it.
I'm gonna take a
It's
step
good,
away
dude.
from the
It
mic
was a- it
now.
was a good
You do
time.
that.
I had a lot
No,
of
I'm
fun.
just kidding.
But
Okay.
very,
But
very
no,
very
I like
subject.
like
Flawless
you guys hear me
run.
talk about it all the
Probably
time. You know I
the
freaking love
easiest
it. I don't know how to
runs I've
explain
ever
anything
done.
about this game. That I
don't have a
freaking
good
love
time
it.
explaining
Think
things
about
about
it.
it.
But
But,
It's actually
you
just
do
so
that.
funny because it's like you'll be
Okay.
talking about it. saying
no,
something
like
because
Greg
oh
is
my
a
gosh,
friend
you
that we
guys
talk
and
about all the time.
there's
You know I
this.
freaking love it.
It's
But
like,
so,
no, I
tell
mean,
us
Greg
what
does
all
tend
you
to
can
rage,
see,
but no, actually,
like
I
I just
I don't know how to
Okay.
describe it, but
it's
I
so
love
funny
it.
because it's
Oh,
like
yeah. Okay.
you'll be talking
Back-
about
before
it.
like,
and
but
you'll
okay,
pass
I
it,
just
and
wanted
you'll
to ask
make
you,
changes, and
You
it's
watched
and
the video,
there's
right?
this
What did you
part,
think
like,
of
so,
the
tell us
game?
what
I had a lot more runs
like
than you.
tanks.
I just
I don't know how to
tanks.
describe it,
I
but
found
I
myself
love it.
really wanting.
I
to
never
run
used the
by
final
others.
answer.
No, like,
Just
but
make-
okay, I just
No
wanted to
tanks.
ask you.
Nolan,
You
be
watched the
honest.
video,
Would you
right?
say you
What
really
did you
like
think
tanks?
of
What I got
the
right
game?
now.
I
That's
think
all
that tanks
Chimmy
are
used.
fun.
I don't
I just, yeah, I found myself literally was one of those dudes early on. That was before I was playing.
God
it,
damn
so-
it.
Would you say you really like
I was
tanks?
using. I was using a. I think that tank shotgun.
No, but, like, I wanted to know,
I got
but-
bored of that today. I actually. I'm sorry.
I totally forgot to watch that video.
Time.
I was gonna watch it before we actually
Us
recorded.
but then you
Who took the time?
I remember that.
Nope.
Yes.
No,
Very
but like I
specific.
wanted to know.
20 minutes.
but-
That's how I met
those
you.
Why do you remember that? I actually.
And then
I'm sorry, I
30 to watch
I
yours.
totally forgot to watch that video.
And
And then another minute and 19 seconds to watch
Fun,
fun.
Yep.
I took like
And
20
you will
minutes to
take
watch
at
all
least
those
two and a
videos.
half
By the way, the
hours
same
in the next
copy
week
and then
rewatching
30 to
that,
watch yours.
which is also going to lead to his
Probably.
downfall when
And
he
sharing
won
And then
the
another
multiplayer in
minute and
NHL
19
now
seconds to
interested
watch
in
fight all
fun,
this guy has
I hope so. And you will take at least
No,
2.5
but-
hours.
To
Okay,
clarify,
so
it was a
you
nice.
watch
It was a
it.
nice.
Oh,
just
he
as
does.
AP. It wasn't.
Ow.
Best way that
It
I
was.
said
It
sharing
was
it with
actually.
people.
We
Okay.
told this
Now
story
go
in
on to
podcast,
the guy.
but if you
This
haven't
guy has a
heard it,
channel
you
with
can
your
watch that.
volume blasting as high as you do, so you
I
can
hope
hear
so.
everybody
Mash
in the
each other in
podcast.
trials.
No,
Never
but
met before.
I
Never
hear
met
it now.
before.
Oh,
I hear a ringing.
I was
Ow.
rocking.
I'm scared. I clicked on his channel, okay.
Don't go to.
It's
Don't
very
go
interesting.
to his channel with your
Oh,
volume
God, my
blasting
ears.
as high as you do, so you can
Yep.
hear
I
everybody in
think
the
I'm gonna
podcast.
refrain from clicking
Uh,
on the
I
channel
don't
for
know.
actually a lot of people.
Yep,
hear
there's
ringing,
a
which is
best
I'm
face
scared.
swap
I
ever.
clicked on his channel.
Japanese.
So it was
it's
it's
very
one of the
interesting. That
unused
official
by
music
Oh,
video.
God,
with
my
crazy
ears.
people that
Golden Desert Eagles
decided
on
to
it.
refrain from
Oh,
clicking on the
whoa.
channel for
My
now.
buddy.
There's this
Yes,
one
there's
where it's like
a
Japanese Donald
best
Trump.
face swap
one was
ever.
using the
And then another one that Japanese,
Hillary
says Hillary
Clinton
commercial
commercial
clip.
Murmur's
Crank that
so
official
good,
music
though.
video
Already
with
clicked
genocide in the
on-
description.
We had
Desert
a-
Eagles
we
on
had a
it.
game that was pretty close, but ultimately
There's this one
we won
where it's
out.
like Japanese
And
Donald
I'll
Trump.
do this
Japanese
Bo,
Donald
who's a
Trump
good
And
friend
then
of
another one
mine
that
for
says
like
Hillary
1,000%.
Clinton commercial clip
He was their
with
sniper.
genocide
He
in the
was their-
description. Okay.
Would you
AP,
say
that's your cue.
I might watch
Bo
it.
was like the best
AP,
sniper
that's your
in
cue.
Funny, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
what?
watching this Japanese Donald
I don't
Trump.
know, it was
commercial.
really
This
close.
is like-
I don't know. Just your
Monkey
cue.
was really
Oh,
good.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put. I'd say they were about equal,
AP,
but
that's
I've
your
seen,
cue.
I've seen
Watch
Monkey
it.
hit some
AP, that's your cue. I'm
incredible
gonna watch
shots.
this after.
Wait, what is this? I'm
promise
sharing
I'm gonna
this.
get- I'm gonna get back on track
Oh,
after you guys.
yeah.
Ultimately, then we'll jump.
I'll watch
I'll
that
jump
while
back
you
to
just
the-
look at this. I
somebody
don't even know
told
what
me
the hell
after
I just
they
watched.
someone kept
I'm
complaining
gonna watch
about
this
getting
after. Oh, I've seen this.
getting
Wait, what
outsniped
is
by the
this?
kid
Oh,
who
never
I'm
mind.
sharing
I've never
this.
seen this
I'm
part.
gonna get
I've
back
gotten
on track
hate
after
messages
you guys
after
watch
trials
this one.
before.
Then we'll
I'll
jump
I'll
back
watch
to the
that while you
productivity.
just look at this. I
And
don't even know what the
anytime
hell I
I get a
just
message,
watched.
it's almost like, all right, everyone gather
Oh,
around.
I've
Let's,
seen
let's
this.
see what they said. Because I'm
Oh, never
expecting
mind. Nope, I've
some
never seen
kind
this
of
part.
venomous hatred. I open up the message, and it's a freaking novel from Groot.
That sounds like a Rugrats intro.
Like normal.
like it's
Yep,
got
this is totally
indentation,
Rugrats.
and there's page marks, and there's a hard book cover. I don't know how you sent that. Talking about the video I sent or the one Greg sent. And
That
it was
sounds like a
basically him
Rugrats
Yeah, I'm watching.
intro.
like complimenting, not
Yep, this is
necessarily.
totally
like, he was saying good
Rugrats.
game, but complimenting more of our style of not.
I'm so
using
done.
The meta. Talking about the video I sent or the one Greg sent? Using unorthodox weapons, and he thought
No,
that was
yours.
super cool.
Yeah,
Told
I'm
me about him. Told me about the super fun people.
Oh my god.
And reached out, and that was
I'm so
very
done.
surprising to me and unheard of at the time when you get a message after winning a round of trials. So that was how this friendship
I'm
started.
done. Oh my
I'm
god.
done. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
done.
And Groot regrets it
I
every
am
day.
done. No.
I'm trying to remember
AP, you
how
have
did
redeemed
we
yourself.
meet because we met
I'll like you for the rest of this
2016.
podcast. I'm done.
I have no
Well,
idea.
after the
Definitely-
podcast, then
we might have
screw
just
you.
we should definitely look at his channel.
Well,
He's got a
I am
bunch of
done.
remixes of like
what was weird
You have
random
redeemed
is
yourself.
'cause my
culture
brother-
things and-
I'll like you
Free.
for the rest of this
I love this
podcast.
you on his
Awful.
friend
It's-
list,
sounds
right?
funny.
Before
You
and after
should
the
definitely-
podcast, then
that's
Scrooge is
great.
the
Yeah,
weirdest
you should definitely
part.
look at his channel. He's got a
Yeah.
bunch
Which
of
Groot's now
remixes
going,
of, like,
wait, what? That kid that I
random
hate
pop
was-
culture things,
had
and
But yeah,
I love
AP on his
head
friends list
bubble.
before.
I don't hate
right?
your
Sounds
brother. I
funny.
just find him.
Well, no, but isn't that
it's
weird?
great.
Like
My
that my brother
God.
was friends with AP before I was, like
Yeah.
according to Xbox.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that was just a remarkable
But yeah.
coincidence. I don't know how it happened. Could have been
Because I think
similar.
he played with Rational, which played with Yura, who played with you, and I guess he met you through Yura.
I
And
think
then
I
I
met
was
you
like-
through him too.
And then I said, "Oh, who's that Apologia guy?" Like, and he said, "I don't know. I'll invite him to the party." And then we were playing, and I guess we just met through my brother, which is the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
So, which is
Looking
weird.
back, that's
I
very
don't-
it's very strange.
It's like
that that's
just
how it
thinking
happened.
about that, I'm like, wait, what? I don't know. I don't even remember. I just met Groot through you. This random Groot guy joined the party, and talk of
Oh, he does that.
Cactuses rang through the party chat, and I was very concerned. But it's okay because we're buddies now.
Oh yeah.
After years of therapy.
Yeah, I just was trying to recall how we met, and I remember seeing. Yeah, so okay, it's weird.
I'm glad that you were able to help piece that together because I cannot remember for the life of me how I meet most of the people on my friends list.
I just appeared one day, and you just accepted it.
A wild Greg appeared and I caught him with a Pokeball.
Greg doesn't play Pokemon.
And then I turned him
don't.
into candy and fed him to my Groot.
Nom 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 nom. Fun, 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 fun.
Nakazu!
I was hoping someone was going to take it there.
I
Okay.
bet you my brother's the kid from the video. That'd make a lot of sense.
Oh, God.
Can you just
Oh,
picture
God.
that?
No. That kid is too happy and smiling too much. If they added in, like, him throwing
Yelling.
a hammer through a door, then I might...
Oh, dude, my brother for no reason. Right? This is a story. Well, I guess I was gonna say from 2016, but it happened the first day of 2017, so I'm still gonna count it because it happened before this podcast. We have this box that had some Christmas presents in it, right? And
With you so far.
so I decided it'd be fun to poke 2 holes in it and a little like line. And so I put it on. I just like it's one of those giant, like big long boxes, right? So it's like it fits over the whole top of you, so you can like be standing up and it's fitting over you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Okay. So I'm wearing that. I'm walking around really slowly because I can only like move my feet slightly to move forward. And I'm walking around and I walk up to my brother and I'm just like, "Hello, I'm the box. What's your name?" And he just went, "You're an idiot." And just literally just punched me. Just punched right where the face was, right? I fly back and my dad's like, "Why did you do that?" And he's like, "I don't know. I thought his face would be lower." And I'm like, how do you assume? I have to send you a picture of this box, right? Because because now half of it's gone because my dad ripped it off of me trying to see if my nose was broken. Like it was ridiculous. Like my brother just had a rush of shit to the brain, punched it like full force. I flew back, right? And I'm just like, ow, like just like for no reason. I just was thinking about that, and I was like I don't even know why.
I can't.
Yeah,
picture
he
your brother
assumed
having-
that my face would not be where the 2 eye holes were, right?
And
Because
plus,
logically, I'm seeing
can't-
through the box.
I can't see your brother having like any muscle on him and being able to actually like punch like without breaking his arm mid-flight.
I mean, he has muscles. Yeah, I mean, he does soccer and other stuff.
Other stuff.
No, I mean, he works out and stuff. So I mean, he's strong. I mean, I don't, but I mean, I'm bigger.
why
But
would
no,
he
it was just
punch
funny.
at
It was
all?
like, why did you do that? I don't know. It was weird. No, I'll send you a video of the box and then a picture of it being destroyed and the fact that there was blood on the inside of it from getting punched. So that was cool.
And then I'm gonna splice it with the video after your wisdom teeth came out, and it'll be like the aftermath of
We just put that under the comment in the comment section. It works perfect.
no.
I'm joking, right? People don't need to see that, nor do they
Yeah.
want to. So
They might if I edited it properly,
Perfectly.
so that it legitimately is set up as like the aftermath of when
Getting
Greg
punched.
got his butt kicked by his brother. Little brother.
I couldn't do anything. I was stuck in a box. I couldn't move. I just go like ow, right?
Like we'll like have a video, like we'll do a dramatic reenactment where he punches the box, and right when the fist connects, it'll cut to a nuclear bomb detonating.
We need to make this happen. Okay, but yeah. I just felt I don't know why that just came into my mind, and I felt the need to share. So
Well, thank you. And I'll
Thank
tell you what, that's quite a bombshell to end this episode on, as we're telling stories and having fun.
yeah,
So, yeah, this has been the 30th episode, the Super Fun Podcast.
the
Now
nostalgia
coming-
episode.
Yeah, yeah. I had fun. I had fun telling stories.
Me too.
Looking,
Yeah.
looking at the I Love China remix and the Kazoo Kid Trap remix.
I really enjoyed the part where I talked about my favorite game and couldn't actually describe it in any detail to anybody.
I think that was everyone's
Corey.
favorite part.
Corey,
Yeah, it's pretty
make
good.
sure when he says it, you add it in quotes with Greg 2017 that just says, "I just like tanks." Like a caption.
Oh
right
no, I
underneath
got
the
you
video.
covered. Hold on.
I just like tanks, comma, I don't know, exclamation point.
Gotcha.
Greg, 2017. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for listening. If you want to hang out, either hit us up on Twitter at superfunpeople. Come hang out on our website. You know where to go. Superfunpeople.com. Check it out. And come
Wait.
play with us on Xbox. Let's play some games. Let's make some memories.
AAP.
Yeah.
This is just one thing, really quickly. It's really important.
Hit me.
I just like tanks, okay. Greg 2017.
Pretty good.
Oh my god, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
No.
had to.
I'm done.
I have
I am
just now
done.
executed my first slow motion facepalm of 2017.
Yes, I'm glad I caused it. That's good.
Oh my god.
Oh, I could do it. I could do it in Russian and German. Oh, this is so good. I have so many potentials. All right, yeah. Sorry, I needed to do that before it ended.
Please, let's end before this goes any further.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, it was a fun episode. Yeah.
Yeah. Bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
I like pickles.
And cut.
Okay.